Hey there. I might as well record while I still have a good thing going on. Like the streak is going quite well so far. I don't know how many days it is now. It's like 3 4 days so far. Recorded 2 videos one day. Don't think I recorded any more videos another except one. But one a day is good. The problem is I've like the one I did yesterday was 30 minutes. I actually want half of that, like time wise recorded, but what the hell? Like I felt like doing it and cutting up into pieces wouldn't really fit, or I could have probably done it, but it can also ruin the flow a little bit, making an ending, starting and ending. But it's not too bad. It's currently 6:23 a.m. It's Tuesday, I think. I don't know. Yeah, no, Monday. Let me check. I got a calendar here. It's Tuesday today. I don't know what day it is. I didn't need to check to know. Well, yeah, that proves my point of having like I have no routine right now, and I've tried to turn back my day night cycle. It's gone horribly so far. I simply can't manage to do it for some reason. And that's unfortunate. And I'm also like I can't wait to I want a new share so badly. This share is fucking terrible. It's a cheap share, a fairly cheap share. Office share. It's like $150, 120, or maybe like £100, 1,000 crowns. It was about there, I think. It's so fucking shitty. Like we have the fucking crappiest company selling the crappiest share called Jysk in Sweden. It might be like I don't know if it's Swedish or if it's like German or something, but their things are fucking terrible. At least when it comes to the shares, their beds are pretty good as far as I know. The beds they sell, like I have a bed from there too, and I'm happy with that. It's a really comfortable bed with the mattress, but I mean, I've broken two shares in 2 years basically, and this one is like going now, and the cushioning is like completely fucking flat, so it feels like sitting on. It's literally sitting on like plastic with this like teeny like half a centimeter of padding. It's just fucking terrible, really bad. So I want a new share. When I get money, I'm actually probably not gonna spend it on a new share yet, though, because I need to mainly like the one thing I need most important in my life right now is a new monitor. Like, or not most important, but you get like I only have one monitor now, and it fucking sucks. Like if you only use one monitor, like you don't you don't understand, you can't comprehend how ridiculous it is to only use one monitor. It's like terrible. All the workflow of everything is just so much worse. Even studying or whatever, like browsing the internet, everything is so much better if you have two monitors. I can't manage getting three. I want three in the future. Like two is good. Three is probably the perfect number of monitors. Like the more monitors the better. You can't have too many monitors, I don't think. But I've only had two, so who knows? Maybe four is too much, but I think maybe like around five if you don't if you got them like separate monitors. I don't think it's even that many setups that can handle up to five monitors. I think four is usually the max, but you can probably get five somehow. But yeah, I want to spend if I get money, which I probably hopefully will get soon after I paid uh, my bills. my rent mostly, and a fucking plastic key I lost. There goes another 1,000 crowns, so £100 or $130 around there, $125 for fucking key of plastic. Like I don't have it around here, but we have the fucking shittiest keys here. They're fucking terrible. It's basically, if you ever gone on, it's like shitty plastic hotel keys which you slide into the door with holes in it, and I guess pins go down. So it kind of works like a little bit like a normal lock to some extent. The plastic push pins to some certain extent and lets other ones go through, and you can lock and unlock. I don't know how it really works, but yeah, it's just terrible plastic keys you can't keep in anything. You can put it on, like, it's just the dimensions of them are so fucking dumb. They're like they fit nothing. You can't have them anywhere. They snap easily. Like my when I moved there, my mother snapped one of them the first day trying to unlock the door. She she didn't snap it completely, but she broke it like halfway. If they just had them in aluminium, would have been an improvement. But it's just the shittiest lock system that ever existed. No locks is almost better. Or like, why not combination locks? That would totally work in a campus, I guess. Maybe not. It might be a dumb idea. I think it sounds like a hell lot of a better system than we have here on the campus, but yeah. I just want to upgrade my PC, get a new monitor. I'm afraid of my computer giving up. I need a new processor, or mainly a new cooler for the processor. Oh, getting into PCs is like it's the best thing and the worst thing, because you can spend basically unlimited amounts of money, and you probably want to upgrade still. But yeah, so but I need to buy a new chair. I want to get a mic arm for the microphone. I want new headphones because I've used these a lot. Like, they're dirty, they smell bad. I've used them for, I don't know. Um, I've had them for like 2, 3 years now, and I probably wore them for a few thousand hours, over 1,000 hours for sure. And it's fake leather, so it started peeling off, and then the cushions, like, if you get a little bit sweaty, if you get hot, they like start absorbing the sweat a little bit. It's really gross. So I'm gonna spend money on new headphones too. But they still, like, the sound quality of these are still good. Like, they're still working as intended mostly. But I want a sound card. I want new headphones. I want a new graphics card. I want a new processor. I want a new cooler. I want a new chair, if I didn't mention that. Yeah, I want a lot of stuff. I'm not too much of a materialistic person, except when it comes to basically mainly PCs. Like, I don't need much else than a good PC and good internet connection. I don't care about stuff too much. Like, I like technology, and I would like to buy a new camera too, but I don't photograph that often anymore. So it feels like it would be a little bit waste of money buying a new expensive um, big big camera. I can't remember what they're called. It's not or SLR. Is it SLR? It is. Yeah, I think SLR cameras. I might be saying the wrong thing. But yeah, money. I I wish I had more of it to some extent, like, because especially like this fucking share, it's I should have spent more money on a fucking chair because I sit in this exact spot so much. Like I've spent the last 2 years in this room, like most of my time in it. I sleep here, and I often don't. Sometimes I don't leave my house for. In bad periods, I barely leave them. I haven't left the apartment in like 2 weeks, and then I eventually go out because I've exhausted all the food I actually have, so I got like nothing to eat, and then I need to and go grocery shopping. But it haven't been that bad lately. I haven't been like it was fucking terrible. I got burned out, hit a wall, like after half year. So maybe 1.5 year ago, I really got burned out, and it was fucking gross here. It's insane. You probably can't manage or imagine how much like shit and filthy were here. It got into like I'm usually a pretty messy person. When it comes to it's interesting. Like I have a little bit of a not phobia for bacteria, but when I was younger, for sure, I was more cared about that more then. But when it have gotten down to my own like space, I've been a little bit gross. Like I can be a little bit gross when it comes to my own stuff. Like that's just how I work for some reason. But I clean the kitchen like an hour or 1.5 hour ago, or the benches at least. I didn't like vacuum and do the mop the floor. Actually, I have my mop up there probably because my friend who graduated last year, I borrowed my mop and bucket to him, and then I didn't really get it back. So I'm gonna check with his um, previous roommate who lives like exactly above me if they still have it. Hopefully they haven't thrown it out because maybe they have a bucket already. But I don't know. I'm gonna check. Usually stuff here, there can be like buckets and mops and maybe a vacuum cleaner. They tend to stick around because people leave them there and then people use them because there's usually maybe not everyone got a vacuum. Everybody buys a vacuum when they move in here. I think that should be included the way we live here. I think it makes sense that actually, and we pay a lot for living here for what we get. Like our apartment is in dire need of being renovated. Like they haven't, I don't think they've been renovated in the kitchen or bathroom since they were built, and they're probably built in the 60s around there. And then they were probably like normal housing for a good while, and then they turned into student living. So it's gross. Like it's not it's not super bad. Like I've seen worse, but it's still like I've in the shared spaces I don't feel comfortable, and it's mainly or a lot of because it's like it's pretty the 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 fucking not closet. What are they called? I got a total brain fart right now. I can't think. Cabinets. The cabinets are really gross. They have this like tangy smell to them. I don't know if tangy is the best way to describe them, but they just smell old and used and like actually don't keep my food in there. I keep my food, some of my food in like pasta and stuff. I tend to have there a little bit of it, but I actually have like a wooden box here. I use as what's the word for that? Um, a dry fridge. It's a terrible way to describe it, but where you put all your dry food simply. I can't come up with the name for it right now. For some reason, I'm losing a lot of words, and it's usually things. These are things I usually don't talk about. I'm not used to using them regularly, like things, kitchen appliances and stuff like that. For some reason, I'm losing a lot of words now, more than I'm usually does. But yeah, uh, I don't know. Like I don't know. I'm fucking worn out. I don't know how I will get my life back on track. I'm. It's also like not to get too dark, but even like suicide isn't a solution for me because I've decided that's not the way out for me. Right now, it's not. I'm not that depressed. I don't feel like, but I don't know. It's just I'm feeling a bit down. I don't know how to describe it. It's not almost a little bit of a crisis with like what the fuck am I supposed to do with my life? Especially like I've also looked at people. There's a lot of people that are successful in my age that are 22. Like I have a friend who's actually like a successful YouTuber, full-time YouTuber, does comedy sketches on the Swedish comedy sketches. They're the biggest. As I'm pretty sure they're still the biggest Swedish talking YouTubers. They're not the biggest Swedish YouTubers because we have PewDiePie. He don't live in Sweden anymore though, so like they. It depends how you consider it, but he's still Swedish and he kicks the entire YouTube's ass when it comes to subscribers and views, mostly. Or always when it comes to subscribers, but yeah. He's hitting 50k soon. I watch him every once in a while, but not too much. Like, I find him entertaining to extent, but when I was younger and I found him when he only I do these citation marks a lot. I don't like it. I should stop it. I do them too often at least. Hmm. But yeah, I found him when he only had maybe 80k subscribers, maybe 100, maybe 200k subscribers, and that's a lot of subscribers. Like you can make a living off that. It depends. Like only because you have a lot of subscribers don't mean that it depends on how you deliver your content, if it's daily and stuff like that, and if you have like 100,000 release video a month, then you probably can't live on it if you don't get a lot of views on that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like a failure sometimes. And they're getting the trash now. They're up and taking out the trash. But I need a new chair because I want to just throw this off the fucking balcony and yeah. At least that's a urge that I have left me that I had before this summer mostly. Like I had just this feeling of I just wanted to punch a hole in my monitor. Just wanted to get, just fucking wreck shit. Just throw a plate. I've been so close to just throwing a plate or glass like straight into the wall so many times just to. That's. I've been very frustrated with my situation being like with anxiety and I feel very helpless about it. I don't know how to fix it really, how to get my life on track and not. I don't know. Life is fucking hard for me. It's it's weird because I'm very privileged, but I still can't manage with what I got. I probably would do better with less to some extent. The problem is that I almost have a too privileged upbringing in Sweden. We care about a lot of shitty, like, things that doesn't matter. A lot of us, we have a really high depression rate and anxiety and mental illness. It's bad. Sweden's great, but it's also shit. Like, it's hard to explain the culture too, but it's also a lot of ingrained into the culture how we meet people in like public spaces and stuff like that. It's a lot of things is about that you're not supposed to bother other people to some extent, that you're supposed to be very aware of your surroundings and not like look into people's eyes, like meeting the eyes of someone on the bus or whatever. It's like it's a little bit taboo, which is fucking, it's so fucking weird. We have, I know that exists in some other countries, but I think we're among the worst when it comes to isolation. Like, you should see like the Swedish subway, especially if you're from Asia and like Thailand and stuff like that. You won't even comprehend how weird people act in the subway. If there's an empty, like, you always pick, if someone sits in the front, there's a empty bus, someone sits on the like third row, then you go and sit in the back of the bus basically, and you never sit down next to another person if the bus isn't full, basically. Like, that would be considered fucking weird. But in that's cool about, like, in I've been traveling quite a lot over the world. That's also something I'm very happy about, being privileged in that way, that my family always been traveling a lot, is seeing the opposite of Sweden's public transportation, being like going into a really simple bus with sometimes like no windows, or it's a really hot cramped bus, or not even a cramped bus, just a train or something, and then you sit somewhere and you're maybe only a few people on the bus, and people will actually just go and sit down next to you and maybe even talk to you, or try to, if it can be a little bit hard with the language barrier if you're a foreign. I can't. If you're foreign, I can't bend that in the right way. I can't say it for some reason. All these fucking stupid tongue ties I always get. I often get them. I get them in Swedish too. To be honest, I think it's with my dyslexia or ADHD, but apparently a lot of, like, it's common to have stutters and get tongue ties and stuff like that when you have dyslexia. We're in a group when I was younger, when I were in like fourth grade or fifth, which when we basically just practiced speaking, because I have had a hard time pronouncing things in even Swedish too. I've gotten a lot better at it, but especially when I was very young, um, I have like, always had some slight speech impediment. It's not that noticeable anymore, but definitely when I was a kid it was. But yeah, I'm I'm gonna, yeah, thanks for watching. 25 minutes. I might record another one directly after this because feel, I don't know, I've been talking for 25 minutes, but 16 of them is just about materialistic, boring shit that I don't like. It's not that interesting. It depends, I guess, what you're out for, but it's not what I want to talk about. I don't feel that makes me feel fulfilled in any way, and I want to talk a little bit more about serious stuff. I've also talked about suicide slightly and my opinions about it, but maybe I should go into deeper into that in next video or something. But yeah, I don't always have to be deep and talk about anxiety and shit, but it's also what I kind of want to do this for, is also process my thoughts and stuff about that, because it's a very constant struggle for me. Yeah, well, bye.